Hello Karptastic ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another installment of my Pokemon TCG online series. We're gonna further kick off this series as I'm not receiving any more BCBMs until next week, so next week I'll be receiving a very big one. Stay tuned for that one, but in the meantime we're going to look at an Entei Ancient Trait deck. So it's the Entei Ancient Trait from Ancient Origins. It's got the ability here, this Pokemon may have up to 2 Pokemon tool cards attached to it. That's why this deck has 6 tool cards, 3 muscle bands for doing 20 more damage to our opponent's active Pokemon, and 3 hard charms to reduce the damage done to our Entei, because if we look at his HP, it's only 130, it's easily knocked out by most of the megas in the meta right now. We'll be focusing on both attacks. If we add a muscle band, 2 muscle bands to each attack, we can do 70 max for the first one and 170 max for the second one, which means with the second one we might actually be able to knock out an EX with 170 HP. As support for the Entei, we're going to be using Volcarona here with 100 HP. It's a stage 1. And we're going to be focusing on the first attack of Volcarona, Solar Birth, which lets us search our deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto our bench, and then we can search for 2 basic energy cards, so in our case the Fire Energy, and we can attach them to our Pokemon, which is really nice. So we can just search for the Entei, put it down on our bench and attach 2 energy to it, and then we are already ready to attack with the first attack, Flame Screen. And then there's one more Pokemon in this deck which we'll be using to attack. It will be the Lugia EX to counter Pokemon such as Yveltal or other Pokemon which tend to use a fair bit of energy on them to do a lot of damage. But the Entei will be our main attacker for this deck. Then besides the attackers we need draw support. So for the draw support we're going to be using 3 Sycamores, 3 of those, discard your hand to draw 7 cards, and 3 Shaunas, where we shuffle our hand into our deck and then draw 5 cards. And there's one more draw support in this deck. It's the Shaymin EX with the ability to set up. When we play it onto our bench, we may draw cards until we have 6 into our hand. So we can decide to do that, or we can decide not to do that, depending on how thin our deck is. We're going to be searching for the Shaymin with 4 Ultra Balls. We can also use these for the Entei, of course, and the other Pokemon. Besides that, we'll be using 9 energies, 9 fire energies, and then 4 double colorless energies, because the attack on the Entei will need quite a bit of energy here, certainly in the second one. We're going to be using the Scorched Earth Stadium, where we can discard energies to further draw some more cards and draw through our deck in order to get our resources faster if we need to. We're also going to be using the supporter Blacksmith to accelerate energy attachments to our Entei. We can discard energies into our discard pile with our Ultra Ball here, or with the Acrobike, or with the Scorched Earth. That's about the most important cards in this deck. There's also some AZs to pick up if necessary, maybe the Entei when it's heavily damaged, or maybe a Shaymin when it gets Lysandered out or something like that. And then furthermore, there's some energy recycler for getting back energies from our discard pile. You know, who knows, we might just end up discarding too many energies and want to get them back into our hand. And then finally, if someone plays the what's it called again, the Starling Megaphone, so if that happens to be played and we lose our tool cards, we will get them back with the Eco Arm. I guess that's the most important parts of this deck. If you have any further questions about it or any tips or tricks on how to improve this deck, please let me know in the comments. But now it's time for us to find our opponent and show the power of this deck. Okay, here we go. We're playing against P17 Bull. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Pitbull. We get to call the coin flip here. let's go for heads. And yes, we get heads. I definitely wanted to start off with this deck, get the first energy attachment going, so we can attack in our second turn. If we get Entei, that is. And this is a terrible hand. We start off mulling. Let's hope we get some sort of attacker right now. There's the Entei. 2 stadiums, 2 fire energies, a Shauna. Not the best hand, not the worst hand. Definitely gonna attach a fire energy to the Entei. Play the stadium, discard a fire energy, and see what we get from that. I forgot to see what type of deck our opponent has. He's got the grass sleeves. Is it a grass deck? I'm not sure. I hope to see soon. Opponent seems to be deciding on what to do. He draw a card there because it's a grass deck, so that's very much in our favor. We can even, no. Yeah, but it's still very much in our favor because it's fire weak. So we're gonna attach here to the Entei. Put our stadium down. See what we can get from the acrobike. Definitely gonna go for the muscle band here. Discard the AZ, might come in handy later on. Attach the muscle band, and then use the stadium to draw some more cards. Oh, nice, a Lugia. Definitely gonna play the Lugia. And let's refresh our hand with the Shauna here. See what we can get. We've got some energies. So we've got 1 energy in the discard pile. Can even use a blacksmith next turn if we really want to. So yeah, let's just end our turn. And now we gotta pray we don't get put asleep by this first attack, and don't stay asleep, because I can see that happening. Poisoned, asleep, stay asleep, flip a coin, stay asleep, get knocked out, and still stay asleep even though that's not possible. Shrine of Memories, that's interesting. I would have expected Forest of Giant Plants of some sort, but 4 cards. Our opponent got really unlucky with the coin flip there. Ultra Ball, probably going to go for Shaman, I suppose. These Sycamores, Professor Budge, Trainer's Mail. Yeah, there's a Shaman. Draws 5 more cards. It's really nice. Near optimal. And let's pray here. Tail, yes, tails. So we get to attack here. Let's I'm not going to go for the blacksmith here. It's no point really, in my opinion. Much better to do this. We get another Entei. Let's draw some more cards, and next turn we should be able to attach a double colorless to the Entei, because I don't see it getting knocked out, because we're not asleep, we are not affected by a special condition. Our opponent does not have any Pokemon on his bench which can put a condition on us, so let's just go for the first attack. Flame Screen does 100, it's crazy, and it reduces the damage by 30 as well, so that's really nice. So if our opponent goes for his first attack next turn, he's actually not doing any damage. But we might still get poisoned and put asleep, which is really annoying. It seems our opponent is a little bit indecisive here on what to do. He hasn't got the easiest of matchups against a fire type deck. But he still decides to attach to the first Sceptile EX, even though he's gonna get knocked out. Pulls out the Lugia. No big deal for us. We've got an AZ in the discard pile here. There it is. We can pick it up, or we can attach double colorless. So if he 40, it would do 60 damage, so that's not enough. I'm just gonna pick it up here. And not put it down anymore. So discarding the AZ with the Acrobike in the beginning did come in handy quite a bit. I think what I want to do now is get a Larvesta out here, so we can evolve in a Volcarona next turn. And should we put down I think I'll wait for now. Won't put down the Shaman. We'll go for the first attack again. No need to go for the second one yet, because now we reduce damage. Next turn we can use the second one, knock out this Sceptile EX in one turn. If again we don't get put to sleep, as always risk, we'll be really lucky. Oh, so yeah, there it stops. Our luck has ended. Oh man, we stay asleep, god damn it. Well, that's not very good, is it? Huh. We don't play a switch either, so this one is gonna get knocked out, unfortunately, I believe. That's a bit inconvenient. Tell you what, I'm gonna discard everything in my hand here. And I am going to start... Well, I wish we would have gotten an energy, but we don't, so... Yeah, we'll have to end the turn here. It's a really bad turn for us. Of course, we wake up now, when it's too late, a little too late. We see the Mega Evolvement into the Mega Sceptile EX. It's gonna, yeah, we've got 30 damage on us, so it is gonna knock us out. Jagged Saber. Tell you what we are gonna do now. We are going to try to accelerate to get some to get back into the game here, because right now we are out of the game. Oh man, why are we so unlucky with the energies here? Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to how many energies in the discard pile here? 3? Yeah, we've got plenty in our deck. Yeah, we're gonna have to waste double colorless on this. Get an Entei going. 2 energies. Man, this is not looking good for us right now. And he's got the Ariados going, so he can now poison us at any time. Birch with a heads, 7 cards from my opponent. My opponent's got everything going for him now. Oh, and there's the Forest of Giant Plants, so it does come out with a Hoopa EX as well. Yeah, it's the era of my opponent here. Everything goes his way. An attachment of an energy as well. That's Poisonous Nest. That was quite unnecessary because my opponent can just knock it out like that, yeah. And we're done for. We're equal in prize cards. So now we really need to get a double colorless energy and knock out this Sceptile EX. But we won't be able to because we don't have any draw support. So what we are going to do is we are going to try and stall by picking on this picking on this Hoopa EX, chipping away at its HP. bit by bit. We can still knock it out next turn as well. We just need to get a double colorless here. Do 130 to it, but we miss out on it again. I think I'm actually going to opt to... we've got one VS Seeker and one Blacksmith in our discard pile. I'm going to opt to get some energies back here. And attack again. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten those energies back. I just want to get energy drops every turn at least, at the very least. So what is my opponent going to go for here? It was a Sycamore or a Birch. It was a Birch. And a Tails. Ha! Yes, luck is coming our way again. Man, this is a pretty long match. Oh, well, he's got a switch. God dang. Luckily he can't use the first attack here, because the Shrine of Memories is gone, the stadium. So we'll definitely be going down next turn. And we're drawing into nothingness here. Man, this is not very nice. Whew. Very slow game for us. Even though we are playing against our ideal opponent, like the grass type. We're barely pulling through here. But we've been top decking for a good while now, so yeah, look at that. We're really not getting anything from our from our draws. Hmm. 30. Yeah, okay, well, here we go. Now we're talking. Let's just get rid of this one. Bam! And get our 2 prizes here and hopefully get something. Oh man, that's not good. We need a Blacksmith now. Finish up this game. I think we're already down with 2 double colorless energy, so there's either 1 left in the discard pile here, I mean. No, what am I saying? There's either 1 in the prize cards or 1 in the deck. I hope it's in the deck, but it might be a little too late for us. Can we pull it off? That's the question. My opponent is doing lots of things here. He's got like 4 energies on these Sceptile, totally unnecessary. It was just to heal it off. Heal off the damage. You see a Lugia come down. Very popular, that Lugia. And the Jagged Saber. We're gonna stay alive, but next turn is gonna be our... Wait, we're staying alive. We've won. Wow, I did not... Well, let's just finish this up. I was totally unaware. I thought we were going to get knocked out, but I forgot about the double heart charm here. So we actually won with 3 prize cards left for my opponent. That's not bad at all. But it still wasn't a very good game in my opinion. We top decked for a big time, so I'm going to try and find the second game. Okay, let's find ourselves the second game. So let's find ourselves the second game here. There we go. We're playing against Gufte 2003 with a fire deck. So it will be fire versus fire, but we get to start. The game's decided we are getting the advantage to start here. Well, I still had to flip my coin, but The game's apparently also decided we're starting with a Lugia EX. Not the worst start, I would say, if we can get a double colorless. So I'll actually decide to discard this energy and this Volcarona here. And maybe get a Shaman, so we can try and draw some extra cards. Maybe a double colorless energy. Nope. Nope. Let's see here. So we are not gonna get in any trouble anytime soon, I think, but I still want to dig for that double colorless energy. And we still don't get it, so for now I think I'll actually gonna attach to the Entei here. I'm gonna hope that I can get the double colorless off the Sycamore in the next turn, so it doesn't matter to which Pokemon I attach for attacking in my previous turn, because we couldn't attack. So let's just cross our fingers and hope we can get the double colorless energy, and then we can attack next turn. I'm assuming my opponent will be playing the Ancient Trait Entei as well. We see a rare candy here, so maybe not. Maybe it will be the Delphox. Oh no, there. Well, there we have it. It is a mirror match. A mirror match. I haven't had that with the Entei deck yet. My opponent does get the double colorless and the Sycamore, so he's definitely got a better first turn than we did. He's already drawn more cards. We are 3 cards behind. And that's it for my opponent. I'm gonna drop the Entei here, and I'm gonna discard my hand. So now we've got 2 energy in the discard pile. We can blacksmith onto our Entei if we need to. And here we get the double colorless. What does this have on it? So muscle band, okay. Let's give it a hard charm as well. Let's put the Larvesta down and see if we can get something from well, next turn I'm probably gonna use the Sycamore, so yeah, I'm gonna go for the Entei. And for now keep it in my hand, but probably put it on my bench in the next turn. And let's start chipping away at this Entei in the active spot, so next turn we should be able to knock it out. Unless my opponent decides to invest in it with a double colorless to retreat, or uses a switch or an escape rope, or maybe an AZ even, or a super scoop up. Plenty of ways for my opponent to get it back. So yeah, it does contain a Delphox line, I assume. You see here the Fennekin, the start of the Delphox line, and even a Charizard EX. So it's a bit of a mix and match, this deck of my opponent. While our deck is pretty straightforward, I would say. It's Entei and then Larvesta as a sidekick, with the Lugia as the anomaly in the deck. What to do here? So we see 1, 2, 3 energies, and then 4, 5 times 100. You know what? I'm gonna attach this to the Lugia EX, and then license out that Entei over there, and I'm just gonna knock it out. Why not? Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Iron Ball. 160. Plenty of damage. And next turn, if any of the no, never mind, I was gonna say if the Charizard gets promoted, but it's 180, so we're just 20 short with the Deep Hurricane because it only hits for 170, 80 and 70 and then 24 from the Muscle Band. So my opponent does invest in the Entei here. So I'm gonna try and get some LNG acceleration onto the Charizard. And gets 1 energy, I think it was. 1 energy, yeah. Onto that Charizard. So that's pretty good, I would say. Not really, not really. Wow, we keep getting double colorless energies here. Let's invest it in the other Entei, so spread out our energies a bit. And now it's time to discard our hand. Dig into our deck a little bit more. And we'll just continue our road to victory. Not much Entei action so far, because Lugia's doing all the heavy lifting in this match. It just so happens because we started with Lugia. That's just the way things went. Our Lugia is no danger of getting knocked out right now. Not even close. So we'll just knock out the Charizards in the next turn. All we need is 1 extra energy on the Lugia. I think so. We've got 8. No, wait. 7 times 20 is 160. 140 plus the Muscle Band 160. So we need 1 more energy on the Lugia. Oh wow! My opponent decides to Mega Evolve here. That's interesting. Well, I'm not going to invest in my Lugia anymore now. I'll just continue powering up the Enteis on the bench. Maybe evolve here, even though it's completely unnecessary because we're not going to be accelerating with Solar Birth anymore. It's too late for that in the game. And yeah, let's just Aero Ball here. 160. This Charizard will go down in the next turn, no matter what happens, I think. We will also go down this turn, but that's alright. Because we are definitely in the lead here. We've got the game tied up for us. This game is going nowhere for my opponent right now. And I won't let it go anywhere. So now it's time for some Entei action. Some good old-fashioned Entei action. Yeah, so... do we have a blacksmith in our discard pile? No. Can we get it from this acrobike? No. The question is now... 1, 2, 3 energies in our discard pile. 4, 5. Do we dig for another fire energy? So we need 60 damage. Oh, not right now. We're doing 30 only. So I think I'll just invest it in this Entei in the active spot here. I'm not gonna risk anything, and I'm just gonna go. Wow, that was really stupid of me. I forgot that you needed 2 fire energies. That was really dumb. Too bad I can't cut that out. Well, call me dumb, and you're right. So, damn. God. Yeah, I'm really ashamed right now. Oh well. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, let's just attack them. Jesus Christ. That was so bad. I think our opponent knows it as well. He's sitting there from like eyes wide open. What just happened? I don't understand. Oh, he's deciding to knock out our shaman here and try and get 2 prizes, but that won't matter really. I don't think that will matter anyway, because that way we keep 1 attacker alive. And that will be the fall of my opponent. Because we still have 2 attackers now. And my opponent doesn't have anything threatening on his bench. So yeah. Let's just go for the flame screen again. Knock out Mega Charizard. Get 2 prizes. The game is still ours, even though I just almost gave it away. I guess that's what happens when you record yourself for the first time as well. You make some mistakes because it's actually not that easy talking and thinking at the same time, you know? Certainly not when you're doing it for the first time. I'm used to just sitting here thinking in my head about what to do, and even then I still make mistakes, so... We see the Kaaaaaaarp DX come out with the double colorless energy, unable to attack. We, however, can do quite some damage to it now. Now that the Entei actually does have 2 fire energies attached, so... I'm not sure, we've got 1 muscle band here, 1 here, and I think we used 1 on our Lugia, yeah, so all muscle bands are gone. There's no way of knocking out this Kaaaaaaarp DX in 1 go. Wouldn't matter anyway because it's 180 HP. I think I'll refrain from playing down the shaman here. It already got licensed out once. So I'm just gonna dig for some more energies. And hopefully we can get a blacksmith. Yeah. We don't get energy, but we do get a blacksmith, so... That's okay. Next turn, the Kaaaaaaarp can do 100 damage to us, or 120 with the muscle band. And my opponent sees these signs on the wall. He was gonna lose, he gave up. We took the match. I hope, even though I made some mistakes here, I hope you did see the power of the Entei deck here. It's quite a simple and straightforward deck. It's not complex at all. It's got some good flow to it, even though in the first match we were top decking, but that's actually more of a rare occurrence with this deck. Most of the times I'm going through the deck quite quickly when I play this deck. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. We did 750 damage. My opponent's biggest attack is quite impressive, 300 altogether. Our Lugia EX is the MVP in this match, that's no surprise to us. And there we go, we get some... what do you call this actually? Some experience, I guess. Some lightning experience towards our chest here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back shortly with another deck review. If you want to see a certain deck, just let me know in the comments. Go to my Twitter or put it on my Facebook page, wherever you want. I will probably see it and I will consider making the deck for you, or you can send me your list and I will consider putting it together. See you next time and have a Karp-tastic day!
Karp, 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 Karp.